Electric is the future, and people have come to terms with the fact that it's better to adopt EVs as fast as possible before Greta brings the house down.
How dare you!
Of all the big questions that Indians are trying to hunt answers for, I suppose the most common question that every Indian wants to know the answer to is, Bhai, average kitna deti hai? Just a few days ago, Roshan and I sat down to chat with the curious Bharatiya Janata on a Facebook Live, and we got a lot of questions around EVs. One specific query asked by many was around mileage. You see, when it comes to electric cars, does one really need to worry about something like mileage? It's not quite the same. With electric cars, there is no internal combustion engine. So, कितना मिलेगा या कितना मिलेगी का तो सीन ही अलग है. Instead, EVs have an electric motor that powers the car and it runs on rechargeable batteries. So how do you calculate mileage in an EV? Battery capacity is measured in kilowatt hours. So one way to say average kitna deti hai is through kilometers per kilowatt hour. Like 10 kilometers per kilowatt hour. I know it doesn't sound right when you hear it. Honestly, it's not even accurate. It's easier to look at the total battery capacity. Say a 44.5 kilowatt hour battery like in the MG ZS EV could theoretically give you a driving range of about 300 kilometers on a full charge. It's kind of like having a 40-liter fuel tank to draw a parallel. Also, with electric cars, one needs to keep an eye on the range. It's like the distance to empty reading on a petrol or diesel car. Like how your cell phone shows battery percentage remaining, it's exactly like that. And FYI, even EVs now have fast chargers. So when someone asks you, Bhai, average kitna deti hai? While you're driving your EV around, cite them with a figure like, Bhai 400 on a single charge. There is a huge list of advantages that EVs have. And to cite a few, there are no gears in EVs. Nada, zilch. They are all mostly direct drives, so they behave much like conventional automatics. There is really no need for a gearbox. Unlike petrol or diesel engines where peak torque or the pulling power is achieved only at a particular RPM of the engine, with an electric motor, peak torque comes in right from the moment it starts moving. So the Roadrunner, Superman and most electric cars don't really need gearboxes to dash from the word go! No gearbox means fewer moving parts. So clutch was change करने का तो कोई झंझट ही नहीं है. Just zoom. Also, no need to go for your pollution certificate anymore. जब exhaust pipe ही नहीं रहेगा तो फिर PUC कराने की क्या जरूरत है? अब इसका क्या करूं? Not just that. Can you refill your petrol or diesel car on the move? Technically you can, but that kind of stuff only happens in Hollywood movies, so no. Also, can petrol or diesel regenerate itself? No. But with an EV, you can recover nearly 10 to 20% of charge while driving your car. Every time you slow down, the battery recharges itself. And they do all that silently through a process called regenerative braking. Doesn't mean you hog the fast lane for some extra battery juice just to spite the petrol heads. Don't do that.
How dare you!
So no more clattering diesels or moaning petrols. Looks like the future is going to be a much quieter place. Kind of.